Okay, our last panel session for today, we have what is called the Voices of the Next Generation. Now, we all know that the industry is grappling with issues of human capital development and labor shortages. We see this all over the world. So it's very important to understand the perspective of the youth coming into the industry so that we can find a solution for them and they'd be wanting to stay, and how can we retain and attract their talent. Now, today we have the founder and CEO of ACI HR Solutions, Asia Pacific's largest recruitment agency dedicated to the travel and hospitality sector. Please welcome Andrew Chan.
Thank you, Stephanie. So we've obviously saved the last session till last. And we're going to have 3 next generation, very talented young people up on stage. But I'm going to change it up a little bit because, you know, we're the last session. We're going to break the rules a little bit. I don't really want to sit up here. You know what? We're going to sit down on the ledge, a little bit more personable. So can I invite my panelists up here, please? I've got Nick, Aiko, and Keona. Come on up here, let's grab a cushion. Let's sit down somewhere comfortable. Liz, don't freak out. Cameraman, don't freak out. We're just gonna be comfy down here because we're rule breakers. Nick, let's take the tie off. Okay. Are we comfy, guys? Brilliant. All right. So let's just quickly introduce yourselves and who you guys are. And let's start with yourself.
All right, so hi everyone, I'm Keona Liuson. I am a culinary student studying in Enderun colleges from the Philippines.
Hello everyone, my name is Nick. I'm the PATA Youth Ambassador and Membership Executive.
Hello everyone, my name is Akiyama from PATA Malaysia Hope University Student Chapter.
Fantastic. I want to ask you guys, when you chose your hospitality degree, your tourism degree, what were your expectations going in? And have they changed because of COVID? Aiko.
Thank you. Before, sorry, I'm very nervous. When I chose this industry, my expectations were very high. It is because tourism industry is one of the promising industry in Japan, and I had a high expectation. But during the pandemic, I felt uncertainty of the industry growth, and then my expectations were low. But now I could see the industry has restarted growing, so I can see the bright future.
So I started as a civil engineering student, so I didn't start my degree in tourism, but I got this not so special opportunity to work in a restaurant. And I fell in love with meeting with new people and making people happy, making people smile. And tourism is all about making people smile and being at service. So I decided to choose the tourism industry. And during the pandemic, nothing has changed because the essentials of tourism that I love about it has not changed. It just turned virtual. So I even met with Andrew here virtually first when I invited him to be the guest speaker at our youth symposium. And I still got to meet with new people. I still got to make people happy. I still got to make people smile through virtually. So my love for the tourism industry hasn't changed at all.
And for me, as being a culinary student, I have a lot of memories connected to food. And so this changed in the pandemic since we had to put it on hold that we get to share food with other people. But being here, of course, being in this conference, in this beautiful place of Ras Al Khaimah, we can see that things are getting better. And so for me, nothing has changed, and I'm still so excited to be in this industry.
Do you know what's changed though, Nick, from when I first met you over Zoom? I'm wearing pants now.
Oh, you too?
Absolutely. So I think the consensus is that post-pandemic now, you are all interested in staying within the travel industry, which is fantastic. But what do you think prevents millennials and young generation from coming into the tourism sector? What do you think are the hurdles for coming into the tourism industry? Keona?
I guess it's the uncertainty of the future. But like Nick said, the essentials of the industry hasn't changed. And so, for example, for me, these are learning from different cultures, these are understanding people, and just growing with these learnings and understandings. So, like I mentioned earlier, since food for me is related to a lot of memories, it just makes me a lot more excited to be in this industry and learn about other people as well.
I would say the challenge or hurdle would be definitely the knowledge that the youth has about the industry. So one of the most frequently asked questions in the panel discussion that we had during the youth symposium, which happened last month, was, can I get a job as a fresh graduate? What are the things that I need to get a job? Do I need a degree do I even need a degree to get a job? These are the questions that the youth ask, and they fear to enter the industry. So as a youth ambassador, I get to talk to a lot of youth, and it hurts to see that they are scared. Like, they do not even want to try going into the industry, but before even trying, they get scared. And the hurdle is, I don't want to call it a hurdle, and I would like to call it a wall for people. Some students, it's a wall. For some youth, it might be a hurdle, but for some, it might be a wall. It might just be a glass door. So it is different for youth, and I think it depends on the amount of knowledge that they have about the industry.
For me, the wall is the uncertainty of the industry goals, and the other is uncertainty of their skills itself. So according to UNESCO, many people are struggling to find their skills they can use in the industry. So yeah, for me, honestly, like, I'm sometimes wonder which my skill can use in this industry. So many youths are struggling to find their skills, so that is one of the hurdles. Yeah.
Okay, so the three of you up here are going to be the most in-demand candidates in the years coming up. There's a lot of prospective employers out there, because we've heard today there's going to be a huge shortage of talents. So I'm sure later on they're all going to be clamoring to talk to you guys to work for their company, for their organization. What do you want to hear from them? How can they sell you a job in their organization, their country, or wherever they're working at the moment as senior leaders? What do you want to hear when you're making a decision to work for some prospective employers out there? Because the ball is in your court. The choice is yours. Who do you want to work for? How are they going to sell you?
I could go first. So during the youth symposium, after the youth symposium actually, we sent out surveys to our youth who joined the youth symposium to ask them about what are their worries about the industry, and what are their challenges, and then what they love about the industry, and what would make them stay in the industry. And surprisingly, I thought this, the choice that gets the most vote would be salary, because that's how a lot of people think about the younger generations. It's all about the money. It's all about the work-life balance. They don't want to work. They want the money. But surprisingly, over 20% of the votes were for mission and vision of the organization. They believe in purpose. They don't just follow money, but they want to work for the industry, and they want to work for the organizations that has the same belief same core values as them. So I think it'd be really important for everyone here. I believe everyone's doing great, but it is pretty hard to, for youth to look for information as such. So it will be important for us to sit down like this, bring the eye level a little down, and let them know what you guys believe in, what we believe in the industry, and then they will be able to see the purpose, and they will be able to see the value in the tourism industry so that they can stay in the tourism industry.
Okay. So Nick, so what is it? What exactly do you want to hear then? So if they're coming up to you, what purpose do you want to hear as Nick?
See, one of the reasons was, there are a lot of reasons why I joined PATA, and one of the reasons would be being a catalyst of responsible development of tourism. See, we don't want to be contributors. We want to be catalysts. We want to be at the center. We're very ambitious. Our generation, I am a millennial, but Gen Zs, they're way more ambitious than I am. I bet they would be way more ambitious than who we are, right? I would like to believe that. I would like to believe that they're very ambitious and then they are ready for the industry and they are ready to be the future leaders of the tourism industry.
Right. Eiko?
Yeah, totally agree with Nick. I think that there is a little gap between what the Gen Z want to hear and then what the professionals want to deliver. So as a youth, I think these students want to hear not like what they do, but what is the purpose and what is the culture of the business and then what is, the culture is the company itself. So I think those factors are a little bit undelivered, so those should be more delivered to generate youth. Yeah.
Fantastic. Keona?
Me, as a scholar and as a student, I have had the honor of having a mentor that really believes in me and has really not made me compromise on the work that I do. And so based on that, I think that's what a lot of students and a lot of youth also lack. It's really someone that really has a relationship with them, knows their strengths, knows their potentials, and really make sure that they don't compromise on their work, make sure that they're doing the best of their abilities, because sometimes we ourselves don't know it. And so we need someone to reassure us, someone that would really guide us to, and really believe in us that we can really do survive in this industry and excel in this industry.
So mentorship is very important for yourself. We hear a lot about, obviously during the pandemic, work from home, flexibility, now the challenge with going back to the office, and there's a bit of like hindrance with that from employers bringing employees back. But I want to hear, so next generation, do you still want to work in an office?
Me, I prefer offline office because I think the communication is essential for in this industry. And also, I did an online internship, but sometimes, when I need to send a message to my boss, I feel like difficulty, pressure to send them the messages. But at the office, we can easily communicate, and the communication skill will definitely be a high quality of the performance. So I prefer office.
I totally agree because this PAS is the first time I'm seeing my whole team of PATA, and I'm so glad that I finally got to meet them. And we had this secretariat office where I could just go up to our marketing team and ask, can we put this logo there? And she could just say, no, or yes, but if it's through email, I have to wait for her to answer. I have to wait for people. I have to wait for him to check the email, answer me, and I wouldn't know what he or she is feeling. So when I ask this, I wouldn't know the facial expression of the person. So I wouldn't know if this person irritated. I don't know if this person says, when this person says, oh, please feel free to ask me anytime. Really? Are you sure? I wouldn't know, but now I know. So I think it's great to work in an office on site.
For me, yes and no. I think adapting to this digital age is really important. But like they've mentioned, for me, body language, being able to communicate face to face is just as important, and being able to interact with the people without like lag or internet connection problems. So it's just natural for us human beings, being in the hospitality industry, it's just natural for us to want to meet people and want to be with people. So I would like to be able to adapt and learn to new technology, but of course, both at the same time is the best for me.
So it really is only us old people that actually want to work from home, I guess. Because it seems like the next generation prefers in office. Okay, so time is just about up. I'm going to again follow in Anita's footstep. 10-second, one very last question. And that is one advice that you would give Pata as your lasting advice that you would pass on before we finish this panel. So Eiko, perhaps I'll start with you. One final piece of advice for the Pata members.
So I will say the close relationship with youth and professionals. Yeah. So these days, I think the relationship is a little bit not close. So by strong and like making strong relationship, I think those concerns such as like uncertainty of the industry growth and also uncertainty of their skills will be reduced, and then yeah, it will be beneficial for both youth and professionals. Thank you.
Keona?
I guess youth want to be involved in this industry. We really have a lot of motivation, especially that we've been stuck in the pandemic for 2 years. So please continue to involve us. Please continue to teach us. We wanna be able to learn from you. So yeah, please do.
And Nick, final word.
I would like to, so as a youth ambassador, Pata Youth is always looking for opportunities to invite industry leaders to our events, initiatives, or any activities that we do. I would like to say 3 pleases. So first is, please be our guest speaker for our webinars and enlighten the youth with your knowledge. Second please is, please join us, please hold a workshops with us, and please teach them your way. Give them tips and tricks, how you became the industry leaders in the tourism industry. Last but not least, please meet our youth and join us at our mentorship session. It might be just 20 minutes of your time, but it could be the best 20 minutes for the youth when you give them advice and when you give them a piece of advice to the youth. And lastly, I'm sorry to keep you guys waiting for your drinks. I know everyone's excited, but I would like to mention youth who joined us at PAS 2022 today. So we have 3 interns from Korea Tourism Organization joining us. And we have 2 representatives from Dusitani College. And we have 2 beautiful youth speakers. Last but not least, we have about 30 student volunteers from Higher College of Technology. I would like to thank all the youth who has joined us at this event for taking the initiative.
Thank you, and thank you to my wonderful panel, and I hand back to Stephanie.
Thank you so much. I'm in such admiration of your dynamic energy. I wish I had just 1/4 of it, then I could keep going. Thank you, guys. Oh, yes, please have a photo. I will take this opportunity to make a few announcements again. So please, apparently they only have 60 out of 200 plus departure details. It would be great if you haven't done so. Please confirm your departure details with the hospitality desk outside to arrange your airport transfers. Now, we also will be leaving after this. Your buses are waiting outside to take us to the desert camp at Sonara Camp Al Wadi. And if you have any belongings, you may leave them in the bus. It will be safe. Just remember what your bus number is. So that's very important. Remember your bus number if you are leaving anything in the bus. Okay. Now, can we please have another round of applause for everybody here today, for, of course, our youth, Andrew Chan, all the delegates, everyone who joined us here today. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. I'm Stephanie Zubiri. I am your host for this evening, and I will see you all tonight at the Desert Camp. Thank you, and have a good evening.